So here comes the fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with more of a charcoal.
You never thought watching paint dry was interesting, but I'm going to be interested to see whether I like it. So if you want to find out how to change the color of your house, stay tuned. You know what's going to happen later. You're going to vote later. Let's talk about renovation shows. You know how there's that moment at the reveal where the homeowner is standing outside and they're all excited because they don't know what they're going to see? I have to be honest with you. I feel kind of that way every single time I come to site because I don't know what's happened since the last time I was here. And it's always exciting and it's always a surprise. And I've been so busy working on other things. I haven't been here in a week. And a lot can happen in a week. So here's my exciting, waiting for the reveal moment. What are we gonna see? Okay, come in. I'm gonna take my coat off. Hooks are gone. You know what else is gone? You know what I'm excited about being gone? The honey walls are gone. Look at this. Oh, I just saw something. This is exciting. Looky what I have here. Wallpaper is going to go up here in the foyer. And the idea is this is a nice dark color, so it's going to be forgiving. Little bumps, little marks, you're never going to notice. We've got a busy pattern, we've got a dark color, and I think it's really going to complement the awesome tile pattern that is hidden below the protective covering right now. So that's got me feeling excited. The kitchen looks a bit messy.
What's happening in the triangles? Anything?
Nothing. I'm just gonna have negative space.
So I'm gonna pull that wire down.
Yeah.
That is for the under cabinet lighting.
Do we need under cabinet lighting?
It's always nice.
It's on a switch. It's already there.
It's nice because when you're at the dining table, you can have light in the kitchen and have the kind of subtle under lights. I like it.
You like it. The only challenge is that when you're in the sunken living room, you will be looking at the underside of it.
I did it, so like in the bar, there's gonna be a space.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tucked up. You won't see a white strip, but you'll see.
You've planned for it. You like it. We'll do it.
All right.
How's
Awesome.
that?
Good.
Can we just talk about how bright and light this is?
It is.
It is so amazing. What do you think about this brightness and lightness and whiteness? You haven't seen this, have you?
I have not.
Okay, well, give me that and take a look around.
I love it. I can't believe how transformational a coat of paint is. It always blows me away. Even though we've done lots of projects, paint really just makes all the difference. And it's so bright and it makes it feel so much bigger. It's great.
Oh my gosh. These rooms, they're so messy, but just seeing them, the cabinet is on, the walls are painted. Look at this! Oh my gosh. This is so darn cute. This wallpaper's fabulous.
What is that?
It's a dog.
It's a pig.
It's a pig. It's a dancing, oh it is a pig, you're right.
See, it's a pig.
I see it.
It's a dog. This is a pig. This looks like a dog.
But the tail gives it away.
Yes, and the hooves.
It said something in the description about fantastical, I don't know. An eclectic and whimsical wallpaper, skipping piglets, birds, and fantastical plants are printed in blue and white over a dove gray background. It's fantastical. Don't you think it's fun?
It is fun.
It's fantastical and fun-tastical, and it is installed, and it is beyond adorable. Okay, your question was, so we've started building the platform bed.
Yeah, so
It's all made of leftovers.
So I put the leftover flooring underneath so that there wouldn't be a dust bowl.
Okay, so the top of this is done with the old flooring that was left over in a box in the basement that we ripped out. So This was not needed anywhere else. So this is free flooring with leftover materials from the site turned into a platform bed base. Correct. And the only thing we need now is to trim it with a nice edge trim piece here and then paint it. Seeing it now, I almost wonder if we should let it float because I could actually get along the side and get the sheet on it and you'd have a little bit of space on either side instead of a lot of space on one side.
I like that idea.
Sure.
Oh look, We have hardware on the doors. We have our new doors.
The new doors and the hardware look amazing. I'm so glad you went for that extra splurge.
Whoa. Whoa! Like when you say done, this room, I feel bad stepping in with my clean brand new sneakers on. It's done.
I like the echo.
Yeah, it's echoey. It won't be echoey for long. Excuse me, we have a completed room. Need a light fixture? Wow. Okay, hold on, I'm just having a little flashback moment before. How do I look against the green? Green, hey? Now. It's so fun because when you pick wallpaper, I selected it from small squares. And it's interesting because the pattern, the repeat of the pattern almost creates a subtle stripe. And
Square. I see square.
You see squares? It's
I see
nice.
square.
It's soft, it's textured, it's patterned, it's got some color, but it's not overbearing. Super duper happy. I have just the right rug to go in here. It's gonna look so great. Last up. Oh, this is so good. This is such a huge transformation. This is why I love wallpaper, because this room was boring. Do you remember there was the washer dryer here and that kind of funny closet? This will be a much greater bedroom once the laundry is no longer in it. It was just completely uninspired, and now this graphic pattern wallpaper looks fantastic. It's got a little sort of silvery hint, but it's not too shiny, it's not too metallic. And this is gonna go from being a below grade bedroom to being above grade awesome. I cannot wait to put the furniture in here, but I'm gonna have to wait because there's paper all over the floor. Oh, but it's really good. Really, really, really good.
Try to find the match, which means it'll be the same all the way across. I just have to find it, and it's not real obvious. It is once you get going. It takes a couple, and then you go, oh yeah, okay, I see that.
Okay, we'll leave Steve to his wallpaper matching because I've got an outdoor project. This is exciting to me that you are here because the first time I saw this house, I thought, this is such a cool house. It is so great looking. And oh my goodness, that brick is so not my color choice.
Yeah.
And so the first thing that came to mind was getting in touch with Nawkaw because I did a house, which I didn't realize you did
Yeah.
the house,
Yeah.
Steve. How many years ago? Do you
It
remember?
had to be probably at least 10 years ago. And yeah.
12 years ago.
Was it 12
It
years?
was
Oh my God.
2008. So in 2008, thanks to Nawkaw, we did an awesome transformation on Sarah's house, season 2,
Yeah.
for HGTV. And at that point, we took a house that was kind of an icky yellow brick and we turned it into a beautiful kind of charcoal gray.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
So now, here we
Now-
are.
Yeah, now we're back.
Do you think this is this a great backdrop for what you do?
What our product is designed to do
Yeah.
is being a stain, it's gonna absorb in, it's gonna take on the character of the actual brick itself
Yeah.
and highlight it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be modernized now rather than this older kind of outdated brick.
Okay, how long has this product actually been around for?
Oh man, product has been around for over 30 years.
Okay.
So the company's actually been around 32 years.
Okay.
But yeah, this is our proprietary product. So it's a product we manufacture ourselves. We source all the raw materials, so we know exactly what's going into it.
Okay.
And because of that, we have a great guarantee. We stand behind our product and service for 25 years. And we have multiple product lines for different substrates as well. We do
Okay.
a lot of work with concrete.
What is the product? It's a stain,
So
it's a paint.
the product is called Nawtone, and it's our original product line from way back. So it's acrylic, water-based stain. A lot of people always ask in that first meeting, what is the difference between a paint and a stain? Well, it's actually really simple. A stain is meant to be absorbed into the substrate, so it takes on the natural characteristics of what we're applying it to. A paint will sit on the surface and it makes what we call a mechanical bond. So it just grabs at whatever it can, and that's how it stays bonded to the home. A stain performs what we call a chemical bond, and so that actually absorbs in, and on a molecular level it becomes a part of the substrate. And of course our products are light fast, so they won't fade over time with UV. They are obviously resistant to flaking, peeling, cracking, because unlike a paint, the moisture has a chance to escape. right? So when a paint fails, when you see a paint cracking, it's because the moisture in the air have nowhere to go, so it breaks out through that coating on the surface. So this allows the substrate to be asperous, if you will. It allows water and air to move through.
Chemical, mechanical. There's a lot of big words there. Okay, that is all good information, but I think that is the defining difference between why this looks good decades on versus paint just looks like a DIY gone wrong.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, so you've got some samples, and these guys told me they should be done in an inconspicuous place. That means not right beside the front door. It means you stand on the back of the house between the propane tank and the TV antenna, right here.
So here comes the fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a more of a charcoal.
Okay.
And this is going to be more of our opaque. This is our full concentrated product.
Yeah.
And then we'll just start applying on it. And you're going to see, other than a paint, it actually goes on quite smoothly.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Is this how it's actually done? Do you paint every bit?
Well, the way I'm doing it right now is just strictly just for sample purposes.
Okay.
But when we do come undo it, it will be sprayed and rolled with a little bit of brush work to get in more of the finer
Sprayed and rolled and brushed
and so a little bit of everything.
Taped. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I say I love it already? Can I say I love it already?
Right. So this product will actually become darker as it dries.
Okay. There are so many variations of gray. I tend to gravitate towards something like this. This is a gray with a lot of blue and green.
Very much so.
That's sample one. Stay tuned. You know what's going to happen later. You're going to vote later. We like to ask our friends at home to vote.
So we're going to take the same color, just thin back, about 25% water in it.
Are you serious? You just take the regular stain and you thin it with water?
Yeah, that's the great thing about our product.
That's what
it's a
we
water-based
do.
product, so we can thin it back.
You never thought watching paint dry was interesting, but I'm going to be interested to see whether I like it. Do you think I'm going to like it? I don't know if I'm going to like it. So, how are we doing here?
Okay, so being a stain, it's actually going to absorb in. We're going to dry a lot quicker than any kind of paint would be. So as you can already see, this is already pretty much dry. It's only been probably 10 minutes.
Wow.
10 minutes or so. It's actually really absorbing right into the pore structure of that brick and permanently redying it.
Mostly dry.
Mostly
Not
dry.
totally dry, mostly dry. I'm going to wait. I'm reserving judgment. What's next? We have more samples to come?
Yeah, we have...
Stay tuned. More gray coming your way.
This is just going to be a little darker.
Okay.
I know it's going to be tough to see because it's going to look the same, but... So this is the same color. Once again, we're going to go with 25% thinner.
So Steve's worked his magic now. Sarah, what do you think about the samples?
Well, I feel like I'm thinking back to an ad from my youth which said something along the lines of, I can't see the difference. Can you see the difference? I mean, okay, one set of samples is dry. The other set is still very wet. Yeah. I can see that there is a slight difference in darkness towards the right-hand samples. This is the hardest thing about when you're choosing a paint color for inside, when you're doing something like this for outside. It's always that small sample versus thinking about it on the huge scale. So here's what I don't want. I don't want this to end up looking like we've got a blue house.
Right.
So I want to make sure that it doesn't look blue. And right now I'm seeing, I think, too much blue in the left.
Right. This one is just 25% water. You can see a little bit more of the natural brick pulling through on that as compared to more of an opaque finish right here. So that as well will also change the color. The thinner we go, depending on the brick substrate, it'll pull, let's say, these reds out. If it is more blue, it'll pull these reds out and give it more of a brown appearance, just because it is pulling those reds through.
What would you do? It's voting time. You've got 4 choices. Can you see the difference?
This will also change as it dries as well, so it's probably best to view that once it's actually dried.
I believe, we're using acrylic. It dries darker, right?
Yes, it will dry darker, yes.
Okay, so we're going to wait for some paint to dry. Cool.
Here we are. Welcome to the next 5 minutes of your life.
Did you like this video? Here's what I need you to do. I need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because if you subscribe, next time I launch a video, you'll know about it. I'll tell you. Sound good?